Hi Pisces, here's a general look at your solar chart for the whole of 2011, and this is just an outline of the movement of the furthest flung, slower planets, the positions of those which kind of set the stage for the faster moving inner planets, which are the subject of the monthly forecasts throughout the year to come. First of all, the Mercury retrograde periods, they're going to be March the 30th to April the 23rd. August the 2nd to August the 26th, and November the 23rd till December the 13th. And as for the Jupiter cycle, from January the 23rd to June the 5th, it comes out of your sign then. And you've been on quite a learning curve with that over 2010, I should imagine, and expanded. Your world has expanded in many ways, academically, but also physically. Your territory has expanded. This part of the cycle of Jupiter means that you're going to grow best through putting your money where your mouth is, so to speak, to walk your talk, to invest in yourself, really. Whether that's a trip, a course, a new piece of kit, a hairstyle, a pair of shoes, you should take the money or the effort and use it to underpin or invest in something which is going to evolve your life. It's going to help you grow, but help you to grow spiritually, help to further your personal interests, your highest good. This isn't about instant gratification at all. It's not a materialistic energy at all, Jupiter. And then from June the 5th, you're inclined to a more sociable, light-hearted mood as you begin to see a range of happier options unfold before you. Jupiter goes into a very communications-orientated area. So you'll be feeling more outgoing in a positive frame of mind, but making lots of connections, a lot of chatting going on over the wires or, right in your own locality. A lot of interest, a lot to engage your attention there with the written and spoken word too, or through other mediums of expression. Not, home or not far away from home should be a busy hub of activity. You'll be learning through the connections that you're making a lot. Also through education, networking, information exchange, potentially media, the arts, creative self-expression. This all comes into this area here. So great time for all of that, and also more comings and goings likely as well. Through education or travel, new pathways in your mental landscape will be forged. And it's a very good time for you to channel your thoughts and intuitions through some work sort of creative self-expression as well. Your awareness and knowledge base will certainly grow during this expansive period, and you may become involved in another language or culture as well. Now, there's 4 solar eclipses and 2 lunar eclipses in 2011. The solar eclipse on January the 4th in Capricorn, if it makes connections with your basic points in your natal chart, that will open the way for new beginnings in the sector of friendships, social circle, networking, getting going with an idea or a project you've been waiting to get started with for a long time. Really feeling progress there. And also this could include networking, collaborating with others in a group sort of setting as well. Saturn continues its transit of Libra until autumn 2012, meaning that you will continue to meet the challenge of how to get along with colleagues or partners, even though you and they have very, very different take on things sometimes. They could even bug you a bit. Their values clash with yours, your values clash with theirs. They're just haven't got the level of competence or understanding or awareness that you have, or vice versa. Also, there's certain taboos there, which you'd like to debunk. Maybe you've been realizing that certain chronic habits of theirs or yours, you find it difficult to break them, or they're impossible to break. You become aware of who you can really trust, who you can, who is able to keep confidential certain information. How gossip sort of runs around as well. And also, you may have to let go of a previous arrangement about a resource of income that was coming through to you, and actually start building a structure and building more and more and more in another area for that resource to come to you, for that finance to come to you. And ditch, a prior arrangement, or a prior arrangement just gets ditched anyway, whether it's through a relationship that you've been receiving money or property, or it's some other kind of resource. And you feel more emotionally at peace, more emotionally secure because of this. And then as long as you're patient here, then that will be okay. There may be an air of secrecy also during this period. You'll have to be patient and persevering as the cogs of the gears slowly shift into new positions. So maybe you're not wanting to say too much, or you know that somebody is keeping something back from you, and you're just sort of suspicious about that. Now, Uranus is going to be moving out of your sign, Pisces, from March the 12th, where it's been revolutionizing the lives of you Pisceans for about 7 years now. Uranus is going to be working from Aries for 7 years, around about 7 years, changing the way your finances work. You'll be reinventing that area there. It'll get reinvented for you. Also, physical resources, material resources. It'll bring destabilization at times in these areas there, to do with your physical, material security and resources, but also it'll catapult you into new areas, get you thinking along very different tracks, trying out new methods, revolutionizing things in that area there. You being more innovative and feeling very sort of mentally stimulated and maybe quite enthusiastic in that area there too. This energy also favors technology, renewable energy, sustainable energy, any area that you might term alien, that you could get interested in, which is going to help things run smoothly on those basic survival sort of levels, and that's going to put you ahead of the rest, Pisces. Over January and February, the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is going to trigger change in conditions which opens new doors related to those areas. The life-changing force of Pluto is regenerating you from deep levels. There's a very positive aspect from Pluto, showing that you're letting go of one social circle and replacing it with another. It's a very subtle gear shift within you, but the decks are crumbling there, and you're preparing for a new dawn through friendships, through group activities, through groups of people coming together who've got a special interest in common. Jupiter is squaring Pluto from February the 17th to March the 3rd. This is a time when you can become super enthusiastic about starting afresh or renewing, rehabilitating some ideal, but you may run up against the powers that be there, which throw a spanner in the works. However, if you let go of one position in favor of another position, you can then go forwards there. Jupiter opposes Saturn March the 25th to April the 2nd, a time of conflicting energies when you can be successful, but you should be cautious when expanding into new areas and take the long view when making decisions. Jupiter trines Pluto July the 1st to the 14th and October the 16th to November the 3rd. This is a good influence, a positive aspect, which can help you make wise use of your knowledge and experience, and you could learn a great deal which is enlightening and which could expand your life into new areas. Also, others could be learning from you things that are enlightening and expanding their lives into new areas, but some things that you thought were written in stone may not be, and you should be flexible enough to sort of accept that and realize that. This is also a time when you can untangle problems, maybe chronic problems, and get things straightened out in some situation which may have been causing you grief. Uranus will be challenging, in challenging aspect to Pluto, July the 8th to August the 16th. This is going to affect us all. This is a major one. This is a recurring aspect that's going to be in our skies until 2015, really getting into gear from June 2012. This aspect is sudden event territory and can mean unexpected or not as forecast anyway, change affecting us all. Ultimately, it's going to be for the better, but in the short term there, it can be a bit uncomfortable. So the advice is to prepare by having some sort of a plan B starting from now, being more self-reliant, not so reliant on like the bigger cogs, the bigger wheels out there in the bigger world for basic services and resources probably. The energy may manifest in sudden ways. But this is a significant time in history when much of what has traditionally been taken for granted to do with basic services or taken for granted economically, culturally, socially, educationally, with medicine and so on, all subject to deep transformative change, at times even though things may be happening fast and everybody's trying to reorientate and sort of, adapt to these changes, not just you, but everybody, then, if you're centered and calm when making decisions and you're already up to speed with things and you've picked up which way the wind is blowing, and you've made provision for that in advance, starting kind of now, then you could be, in a good place as things go forwards. The second solar eclipse on June the 1st in Gemini means that if there are strong aspects from the eclipse degree to your natal points, it will offer the chance to make new beginnings at home or with family or tribe, or over the wires as well, over coming months. A third solar eclipse in Cancer on July the 1st, again, if it makes these connections with your natal chart, it'll trigger new beginnings with children, romance, getting on with pursuits that you really enjoy, or with people you really like to be with, gives you a chance to express yourself more freely and spontaneously. The fourth solar eclipse is in Sagittarius, November the 25th, and also there's a lunar eclipse there on June the 15th. And one in Gemini, December the 10th. This for you, if it makes connections with important points in your natal chart, means that it'll encourage you to reorganize things at the very foundations of your life, with home, routines, the domestic setup, who does what, when and where, at home, which also, home provides you with the launch pad for your major goals out there on the wider stage. You'll feel it's important to be consistent in taking the initiative in minor or major ways with career, organizing things, managing things there, life direction, your professional ambitions, new starts with all of that. And it could center around certain significant relationships, that you and they are working together in some way. Neptune, your ruling planet, transit is coming into your own sign between April the 5th and August the 5th, and that is a time that you will begin to find your true style, a more true to yourself way of being, instead of being pulled into other people's scenarios, other people's movies, and being all things to all people. Of course, you will still be the person there that others lean on, but you will be doing it more, you'll be calling the shots more there, I think. And Mars, yes, in late 2011, Mars is going to be for a very long time in your opposite sign, Virgo, from November the 11th to July 2012, which means love relationships could really take off, really start to heat up there. From there onwards and over that period there. So during that long transit, the indications are that you can be very productive in a team with someone, that you could be working very sort of productively and with lots of energy one-to-one with others. or indeed, you know, much physical energy goes into cooperative action, collaborative action, you and this opposite number that you're working with, this partner, but also you and somebody else could be hitting it off big style. Any repressed grumbles can be aired, and you and they can really do business together. And that's it for 2011. If you know your rising sign, listen to that too. May I wish you a very, very good year, a very happy new year, and I will see you the next time.